কথাটি বর্তমানে সবার মুখে মুখে ফিরছে। রাজামৌলি পরিচালিত এই দক্ষিণী ছবিটির বিশ্ববাজারে ব্যবসার অঙ্কের পরিমাণ ইতিমধ্যে ১,০০০ কোটি টাকা ছাড়িয়ে গিয়েছে। এ ছবির হিন্দি সংস্করণও বক্স অফিসে ২০০ কোটি টাকার বেশি ব্যবসা করে ফেলেছে। সে কারণে খুব ঘটা করে RRR ছবির সাফল্য পার্টি উদযাপন করা হলো মুম্বাই শহরের এক নামী হোটেলের বলরুমে। বলিউড ইন্ডাস্ট্রির কে ছিল না এই পার্টিতে? উপস্থিত ছিলেন করণ জোহর, জনি লিভার, সতীশ কৌশিক, হুমা কুরেশি, একসময় সুপারস্টার জিতেন্দ্র, আয়োজক জয়ন্তী লালাগারা থেকে শুরু করে আরও বিশিষ্টজনেরা। এদিন সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনের প্রথমেই RRR ছবির পরিচালক রাজামৌলি জানালেন, যখন ছবির জন্য গল্প লেখেন তখন প্রাথমিকভাবে কোন কোন বিষয়গুলোকে তিনি মাথায় রাখেন।
I have told this many times. It is, of course, visual grandeur is what attracts the audiences and which makes them keep the visuals are what is attached to their mind. But to keep them in their heart, it needs an emotion running underneath it. For not just the intro sequence, for any action sequence, it is very, very important. And in this case, we have seen Tarak or Bhim undergo pain and humiliation for a long, long time. That's a classic screenwriter's job. You show an actor how strong he is, and then you go him through the emotions of humiliation, pain, yearning to do what he has set out to do for, and you stretch it long enough you stretch it for like almost 1.5 hours, and then you show the unleash his power. That needs to be like super exciting. So that is what is going behind my mind when I was writing. So when Bhim or Tarak unleashes his power, the visual has to be something that the audience should remain in their hearts for a very, very long time.
সবসময় ছোটদের কথা মাথায় রেখেই তিনি চিত্রনাট্য লেখেন, কারণ তিনি বিশ্বাস করেন প্রতিটা মানুষের মধ্যে একটা শিশু লুকিয়ে থাকে।
I write only for children, and I believe that every person has a child in them. Let it be your 65-year-old aunt or grandmother or your 5-year-old nephew. Everyone has a child in them, and I write for them.
রাজামৌলি আরও জানালেন, বাহুবলী দক্ষিণ পূর্ব এশিয়ায় তুমুল জনপ্রিয়তা পেয়েছিল, আর এবারে সেই উন্মাদনা তিনি ইউরোপ ও আমেরিকার দর্শকদের মধ্যে দেখতে পেয়েছেন।
If you talk about Bahubali 2 and RRR, no, of course there is a lot of appreciation from all audiences, but what is significantly different that I noticed this time is the number of Western audiences that are liking the film RRR. I mean, even for the journalists to write about Bahubali 2, it took some time to look at the numbers and do that. But for RRR, the moment it released, within 4-5 days, articles in Deadline, Variety, New York Times coming up, and the number of tweets that are coming from the Western audiences, particularly in US, that I never expected. For Bahubali 2, I didn't expect it from Japan. For RRR, I didn't expect from the Westerners in US. No, this is the kind of thing that I take into heart. So this is the kind of thing that say, okay, this many number of people are liking our film. So next time when I make a film, I have to keep that in mind. I shouldn't let it bother me. I shouldn't let it weigh me down. But I should think of it, that there are wider audiences that are listening to your story. So I should keep that in mind.
সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে উপস্থিত ছিলেন RRR ছবির দুই নায়ক রামচরণ এবং জুনিয়র NTRK। তারা দুজনেই আনন্দের সঙ্গে জানালেন, এই ছবির সিকুয়েলের প্রতীক্ষায় রয়েছেন তারা।
I'm pretty sure that if it doesn't make RRR, you're going to kill him for sure. He needs to make RRR 2. There needs to be a conclusion to this also. So that's why, I was just talking to one of the journalists, and I don't know how I said it, but I said RRR franchise. So hopefully it becomes true, and he should make RRR 2, right?
I mean, I'm firstly so happy and glad RRR 1 released post-COVID. Of course, we'll all be so delighted again if Rajamouli sir thinks of RRR too. I hope your wish comes true, brother.
মিস্টার পারফেকশনিস্ট আমির খানও হাজির ছিলেন ছবির সাকসেস পার্টিতে। তিনিও রাজামৌলির যথেষ্ট প্রশংসা করলেন।
एक फिल्म मेकर की जो कैफियत होती है, राजा जी और जयंती भाई उनकी पूरी टीम की जो कैफियत, फीलिंग्स यू हैव बिफोर रिलीज ऑफ स्ट्रेस एंड टेंशन, हम सब वो समझते हैं। और मैं राजा जी और उनकी टीम को मिला था रिलीज से पहले, और हम लोग कई दफ़ा मिले थे। तो आज मुझे इतनी खुशी हो रही है कि मैं उनके साथ उस जर्नी में, जो लास्ट का जो जर्नी होता है रिलीज के टाइम का, उस जर्नी में मैं थोड़ा सा साथ में रहा हूँ एज अ फ्रेंड। तो मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा है। आई एम सो हैप्पी दैट द फिल्म हैज बीन सो वेल रिसीव्ड। एंड मुझे इतनी तलब हो रही है कि मैं फिल्म देखूं, लेकिन मेरा जो लाल सिंह का काम है, मैं राजा को समझा रहा था कि उसके चलते मैं इमीडिएटली देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे थिएटर में जाके देखनी है। और सिर्फ तारीफ सुनी है मैंने, जितने लोगों से मैंने सुना है फिल्म के बारे में, उन्होंने मतलब ये कहा है कि मतलब इतनी अच्छी फिल्म है कि they can't stop gushing about it. Everyone who I've heard from. So each time someone praises me, I get happy. Then I call Raja ji and said कि सिर्फ तारीफ सुन रहा हूँ, तो and then in his voice I could hear the happiness. So I'm so happy for that, and it's really wonderful कि Rajamouli ji is a person who really gives his heart, to his work, and he is someone who's a master, but at the same time he's a student, and that is a very rare quality, extremely rare quality. So I'm so happy that you're having this well-deserved success, Raja, and I wish you all the very best. May you always entertain us in this manner, and may you always bring us joy in our lives. Thank you so much. Thank you.
বর্ষিয়ান গীতিকার জাভেদ আখতারের মুখেও শোনা গেল RRR এর জয়ধ্বনি।
They had not become successful because of any amount of money on the box office. That is secondary. That you will forget. What you remember, that they became successful by doing something which was unprecedented, which had never happened before. Rajamouli Sahab, it's a great achievement to collect 1,000 crores for a film. But believe me, after 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, they won't remember this, but they will remember you. They'll remember your work. They'll remember your film. Because last night I have seen the film, I'm still knocked. I'm still under shock and awe. Whatever you have done is unprecedented. It is a story that perhaps anybody could tell. But the way you have told this story, nobody in this country will have told. Nobody. And I must congratulate both your actors. Unfortunately, they are not here. But besides giving a memorable film, besides giving a film that is a game changer, you have given to 20th century another pair of Jay and Veer. Thank you.
করণ জোহরকেও দেখা গেল রাজামৌলি ও তার ছবির ভূয়সী প্রশংসা করতে।
The producer and me skipped a heartbeat because these are numbers that we dream of. These are numbers that we think happen only in other people's movies because we've never seen it happen. But we have a genius that I'm standing right next to. He's not only a movie maverick, but I think he has the imagination of a genius child. Because that imagination that children think of, he actually goes out there and executes it like a true visionary. When I first saw Bahubali, I thought I'd never seen something like that on the silver screen of Indian cinema. Then I saw Bahubali 2 and I thought, oh my God, how do you up that and do it with such aplomb? And then you see RRR and you're like, listen, he's too good to be true. Like, he is not real. Like, you could touch him and feel him. That doesn't really exist. Is this kind of talent real? But it is, ladies and gentlemen. He is officially the biggest filmmaker our country has ever seen and probably will ever see. And I think that kudos to him, his vision, his execution and his exemplary team for constantly pulling off, churning out not just audience love, but also upping the bar of Indian cinema. Today the standard is set by him and we just aspire to be students of that school of cinema and try and execute what he has given to cinema on a platter that is being celebrated as we speak. I want to extend my heartiest congratulations to Jayanti Bhai for actually, well, what do I say, officially opening the cinemas up with his successes, back-to-back successes with Gangubai and now with RRR just breaking every box office boundary. Thank you, sir. Thank you for just doing what you do and continue to do what you do.
Yes,
I'm feeling like I'm having a moment because we have Javed Saab, who I believe is truly one of our, the living legend of Indian cinema. His ability to write, to kind of inspire us with his imagination. So I think between Javed Saab's imagination and Rajamouli sir's imagination, we have a moment right now of Indian cinema as we speak. And thank you, gentlemen, illustrious gentlemen, for doing what you do with the way you do it. Thank you, sir. It's such an honor to be here today, and it's an honor that in my filmography, I can say that I have Rajamouli sir's film, which sometimes I've taken complete credit for when people don't know better. I want to tell you, behind your back, that has happened a few times, where people have come and said, "Aapki picture bahut achhi lagi, Bahubali," and I say thank you, without actually correcting them, because sometimes you want to kind of do chance me dance, as they say. But sir, thank you for being you and just inspiring us every moment of the day. Thank you, sir.